Thanks for tuning in to Inside Rutgers. I'm your host, Mariama Oluwahuje.
And I'm Joe Martucci. Welcome to our Technology Without Borders themed episode of Inside Rutgers right here at the School of Communication and Information.
All right, now join us as we explore the wonders of the Aresty Research Center, as well as the story behind Katie Morey's research.
And later in the show, we will also be learning more about the Rutgers Solar Powered Data Center, as well as the Rutgers Solar Siemens Energy East Conference that was held back in June.
Okay, and on the athletic side of things, we'll be covering the latest on the RAC expansion, as well as the importance of physical fitness.
Well, certainly seems like we have a lot to talk about here.
You're absolutely
I'm really
right.
excited to see the new improvements that are here at the School of Communication and Information.
Well, hold on a second, Joe. Before we go inside, our show should not have even started without a list of activities happening throughout the month of September. So why don't we check that out first?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Technologies Without Borders is featuring special events every month around campus. The theme, Technology Across Borders, engages students in the rapid advancement of technology around the world and how it affects how people live their lives every day. The events for this month include the Fertile Crescent Project, an art symposium centered around gender, art, and society in the Middle East diaspora. This event will be taking place September 9th at 2 p.m. in room 105 at Voorhees Hall on the College Avenue campus. The Rutherland Stein Blaustein and Edward J. Blaustein Annual Memorial Lecture with a reception following it will be taking place on September 10th at 5 p.m. in the Civic Square building in downtown New Brunswick. Finding the Fearless and Forgotten, a film screening of Daisy Bates, First Lady of Little Rock, will be taking place on September 13th at 4:30 p.m. in the first floor conference room at the Ruth Dill Johnson Crockett building on Douglas campus. NJ Film Festival screenings, The Extraordinary Voyage and George Malai's Restored a Trip to the Moon will be taking place on September 13th at 6 p.m. in room 1 at the Ruth Adams building on Douglas campus. From Client to Citizen, the role of technology in changing social relations in Northeast Brazil is a seminar that will be taking place on September 14th at 3 p.m. in room B115 at Lucy Stone Hall on Livingston campus. Webinar launch of the Virtual Museum of Public Service is a live stream event from Newark campus that will be taking place on September 24th at 3 p.m. in room 309 in Newark campus's Center for Urban and Public Service. Transatlantic Collapse of Urban Renewal, Postwar Urbanism from New York to Berlin, a lecture series that will also be taking place on September 24th at 4:30 p.m. in room 301 at Van Dyke Hall on the College Avenue campus. And the last event for the month of September will be a workshop called Inequality in the Inner City, How Innovative Technologies Can Improve Urban Health and Standard of Living. This will be taking place on September 28th at 1 p.m. in Brower Commons on the College Avenue campus. For more information, please visit global.rutgers.edu/technologies.
Well, it looks like Technology Without Borders has a ton of events to do this semester, and I might have to take off of school to attend the Fertile Crescent exhibit, which opened up earlier this month and will continue until about the end of the classes in December.
You know, I'd love to check that out with you.
Well, we can take on along.
All right, sounds good. You know, speaking of school and the semester being back in full swing, students are in this very computer lab every day working really hard at their research.
Yeah, that's right. And in general, very soon as classes get out in May, that doesn't mean the research stops here. All throughout the year, the Aresty Research professors, they do a great job of helping their students conduct their own research throughout the year ahead.
Yeah, we actually have a package for you on that, so let's check it out right now.
The Aresty Research Center serves as a tool to help undergraduate students meet the guidelines and requirements for undergraduate research. The Aresty Research Center aids students in developing their research topic and fine-tuning what exactly to research.
Well, the Aresty Research Center has taught us a lot of fundamental skills about research that I find really valuable. They've taught us how to assemble a poster, how to present our work, and I think your research doesn't mean anything if you can't share it with the world.
First of all, it's given me the opportunity to get involved in a field of research that's difficult to sort of get a start in, especially as a freshman.
It's shown me the different types of research that are available, the different aspects of research, like the different things I can do in research.
The Aresty Research Center hosts programs throughout the year to help engage undergraduate students in gathering information about a topic they feel passionate about.
We worked with over 1,000 students. We provided nearly $2 million in support of undergraduate research here at Rutgers, New Brunswick. This year, marks our one of the largest years we have on record. Our mission is simply to get undergraduate students involved in research, to link students with faculty, to get that hands-on experience that's so important.
The Summer Science Program and the Research Assistant Program are programs put together to facilitate undergraduate students who need help getting started. The Summer Science Program is a rigorous, full-time, on-campus research experience for Rutgers, New Brunswick rising sophomores only.
So the Summer Science Program links first-year students in the summer before their sophomore year with faculty to do science research. And so we provide them a $3,000 stipend for the summer. We provide them housing, and we really just want to get them involved. And they work full-time in a lab, so a lot of that is a lot of hard work. They have social events that they all sort of build a community together. They're all going through a common experience. And at the end of the summer, we do a poster session where they present their work, and we teach them, throughout the summer, through some structured support, how to communicate what it is that you're doing and why it's important.
The Aresty Research Assistant Program allows students to work with a faculty mentor on specific projects from various fields of research during the academic school year.
This program is really for any undergraduate who hasn't yet had any research experience. So mostly we get a lot of sophomores and juniors in the program who are looking to get their first research experience.
Here are a few undergraduate students who have been working with the Aresty program and what the experience has been like for them so far.
I would say the diversity in the student group that we have 28 people, and every single one of us is doing something different.
I get to work with amazing faculty members and experts in the field, and it's just really just an amazing opportunity to see some of the really more interesting and innovative things that happen in physics.
Many faculty members here at Rutgers University lend a hand to these students while grooming and mentoring them with their years of experience.
The whole goal is to encourage them to, try physics and maybe like it. And if they are enjoying it, they can actually give back eventually once they, become successful physicists.
The reason I want to work with students because their curiosity. I do believe that curiosity is really one of the most strong driving force for the development of science and technology.
The Aresty Research Center has been around since 2004, and they continue to help aid undergraduate students pursue researching their passions.
The Aresty Research Center definitely has a lot of great things it does for its students, and there's one student in particular that we got to take a look at to see more in depth of what the Research Center has done for her.
Right, her name is Katie Morey, and we got to speak to her about her research in public health lesson plans. So watch as our very own Jermaine Kaur finds out more.
Katie Morey is an agricultural science and plant science major. She's in the honors programs and is an Aresty Research Scholar. Watch as she explains her research and how the Aresty Research Center helped further her findings.
My name is Katie Morey. I started working with the Aresty Research Center the summer going into my sophomore year. I started with the Aresty Summer Science Program. Then I continued on during my sophomore year as an Aresty Research Assistant. And now this year I'm going to be an Aresty Peer Advisor.
So what is your experience with Aresty so far? How do you like it?
I love Aresty. They've really given me some great opportunities. I would not be where I am today without the Aresty program.
What does your research consist of?
I work with Green Faith, which is a nonprofit interfaith environmental organization. I helped create 2 environmental health resources for urban minority communities, one about asthma management and the other about lead poisoning prevention.
How has Aresty helped you with your research?
Well, Aresty got me started with Green Faith. They connected me to Green Faith that summer going into my sophomore year. And they've provided me with the means and opportunities to continue working with Green Faith and see the project to its completion.
Oh, so what's different between your research and the others?
One of the things I've really enjoyed about working with Green Faith is that it's not in a lab. I got to get out of the school, get out into, I guess, the real world a little bit. And one of the things I've really enjoyed is the fact that once the resource was complete, it was immediately distributed to houses of worship and all across the nation. So the work that I did is out there helping people now.
So nice. So can you tell us a little bit about the outcome?
Well, the asthma management guide has been nationally distributed. It's been out in different parishes helping people out. The lead poisoning guide will hopefully be out at the end of the year with doing the same thing.
What is the link to the website?
Greenfaith.org.
Greenfaith.org. And what advice can you give to underclassmen, upcoming researchers?
Just get started, jump in. You're never too young, you're never too inexperienced. After all, you have to start somewhere. You just have to give it a shot and don't be afraid to fail and ask a lot of questions and remember to listen to the answers.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I must say, Rutgers students definitely have a knack for going above and beyond their expectations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're absolutely right. You know, our slogan is Jersey Roots Global Reach, but I feel like we go above and beyond that every single day.
Absolutely. Maybe Jersey Roots Universal Reach?
I like that.
Well, stay with us for our Technologies Without Borders themed episode of Inside Rutgers. We'll be right back.
There are more than 6 million car accidents each year in the United States. About 3,000 people die from choking each year. Most of them are children. More than 1 million people are injured each and every day. The Division of Administration and Public Safety here at Rutgers University provide classes to teach you how to handle these situations. The Division of Administration and Public Safety will be teaching classes about CPR, defensive driving, and first aid from now until the end of the year. For more information about these classes and how to sign up, visit rules.rutgers.edu.
This is Mike. Mike is the president of the Stick Figure Advocate Club. He has his first meeting today. Unfortunately, he had some trouble getting the word out about his meeting, so no one showed up. He decided to call RUTV to get help promoting his club. Just 1 week after Mike called RUTV, they made a commercial for him. He is super excited. Today is Mike's second meeting. He is nervous that no one will show up again. Hey, it seems like calling RUTV really worked. Now Mike has new members. If you want help promoting your club or event, visit our website at rutgers.rutgers.edu and just click the Promote Your Organization link. Visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/RUTV or call us at 848-445-1966.
Have you ever lost your RUID like Michael Williams? Well, don't panic. Then take a second to retrace your steps and track down where you left it. You'll never know where you'll find it. Just suspend your card by going to ruexpress.rutgers.edu so that nobody else can use it. Once you've done that, you can reactivate your RUID. So remember to contact RU Connection ID Card Services. Learn more by visiting ruconnection.rutgers.edu.
Thanks for staying with us on this Technologies Without Borders themed episode of Inside Rutgers. We're at the School of Communication and Information, right in front of their newest addition to the building, the QR code display.
Yep, it's all about the research here. Every day the community is being encouraged to stop by and check out the free QR code app, as Marianne was doing. Just hold up your smartphone to the wall and you'll be able to find all kinds of videos hidden throughout these codes. So, do we say anything?
Joe,
cool?
This is amazing. It directs you on to the page of the School of Communication and Information. Wow. And basically, depending on which QR code you hold your phone up to, different videos are coming up on their site.
My God, it's so state-of-the-art.
It is awesome.
I mean, compared to even when I came to college, you know, the amount of technology we've had is awesome. And, you know, speaking of technology, Rutgers has come such a long way. In addition, have you heard of the Rutgers Computer Sciences Department's solar-powered data center?
I have not.
Wow, well, it provides your servers with an abundance of energy, and we can take a look as Rutgers Today speaks a little bit more about it.
Let's check it out.
So is a solar-powered small data center. This setup in particular is pretty unique. I don't know of any other university that has exactly this type of setup. Right now we have 16 solar panels. We're powering 64 servers. Our setup can go up to 150 servers. Right now we're actually producing more energy than we're consuming. So we're feeding that back to the electrical grid, and so we're producing electricity for Rutgers. In 2000, data centers consumed a certain amount of electricity. In 2005, we're consuming twice as much electricity, so it increased 100% in 5 years. Going forward, as economies in North America and Europe start to recover, there's a tendency that this consumption is going to start increasing even faster again. We're looking at things that have societal impact, a real societal impact. What if we had a country that was made up exclusively of data centers? How much electricity would they consume, and how would they compare to other countries? They found that this data center country would be the 35th largest emitter in the world. It would release slightly more carbon into the atmosphere than the Czech Republic does. And we get a lot of visibility in the research community. The amount of visibility that we get also spreads out to other areas, right? Now there are students in high school, they're looking at Rutgers as this cool place where all of this great research is going on. And maybe that will attract them to come to Rutgers as well.
People from all over the United States came to Rutgers on May 16th to find out how to better use solar energy at the Siemens Solar Exchange East Conference. The Solar Exchange East Conference is an opportunity for people to learn about how solar energy can be used around the world. The conference is a way to see how solar technology is up and coming in the immediate future.
There are software solutions that will bring the cost of customer acquisition down. There are new technologies which have much higher efficiencies, solar panel technologies. We're pushing very hard on storage.
Rutgers is doing its part in the solar industry as well. In 2009, a large solar farm was built on the Livingston campus and is responsible for 30% of energy for both the Bush and Livingston campuses.
We want the students and we want the university's constituencies to understand not only the industry, but that Siemens plays in the industries, and to provide educated people in the solar industry to come out into the marketplace to go to work.
Rutgers and other universities are leading the way for solar technology for the future.
It helps them reduce their carbon footprint because renewable energy is a source where greenhouse gas is not an issue. The other thing it does is that if it's structured properly, it can also be an energy saving mechanism depending on how the program is put together, financed, etc. So the critical benefits are, and there's a third one, which is an educational benefit, right? It's a wonderful way to integrate disciplines of engineering, facility planning, public policy, political science, entrepreneurship and innovation, you name it. It really cuts across a bunch of different disciplines.
This is a way for universities to get to the root of the research and discover something great. By having the conference here in Piscataway, Rutgers is helping leave its mark on the solar industry. For RUTV, this is Scott Sinkoff.
Joe, that conference seems like it was jam-packed with a ton of revolutionary thinkers and ideas.
It was definitely incredible to see everyone coming over to Rutgers, you know, to talk about...
You were there.
I was there.
Okay.
I was there, and I actually went and took a tour of the solar farm as well, which everyone seemed to be really impressed with. So I think they were overall excited about what Rutgers had to offer. Now, after the break, we'll bring you some more, but stay tuned with us. This is Inside Rutgers.
The School of Communication and Information, otherwise known as SCI, is dedicated to spreading the knowledge obtained through the scholastics of students and faculty members whose research goes by a philosophy that places people rather than technologies first. SCI has installed two-dimensional QR codes on a wall that each contain encoded information about different SCI research projects. Anybody with a smartphone is able to scan the code in order to decode the images and interact with SCI scholarship through videos and other interactive tools. For more information on SCI Decoded, you can visit cominfo.rutgers.edu.
Do you need a bike? For a month? For a semester? Did you know that Rutgers has a bike rental program? Sign up is easy. Just go to their website, bikes.rutgers.edu, and click on the Here button to register. You are going to need your NetID and password ready to sign up. Once you're done, you can come by and pick up your bike at several locations all around campus.
With the cost of gas and the amount of traffic, why not rent a bike for $25 a semester or $10 a month? For more information, visit bikes.rutgers.edu.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency says that only 8% of plastic cups get put in the blue bin. That's not a win-win. Wherever you party, don't forget to recycle. This message has been brought to you by RUTV Weather Watcher.
Thanks for staying with us. Now we're going to take a look at the expansion happening over at the RAC.
Watch as Tim Pernetti gives us the latest.
The home of Rutgers basketball will be getting a new makeover. Rutgers University will be renovating and expanding the Lois Brown Athletic Center, also known as the RAC, to accommodate 19 of its 24 sports teams. The current facility will be modernized with new state-of-the-art equipment for its athletes and seating arrangements for its fans. We recently interviewed Rutgers Athletic Director Tim Pernetti to get some more details about the planned renovations and how the process has been coming along so far.
As you guys know, we hired Michael Graves and Associates and Heery International as our partners to do the design. I've kind of lost count, I think 6 or 7 probably meetings throughout the summer.
A few of the coaches here at Rutgers University were asked to give their input on the project.
To go through ideas on design, we've had the coaches meet with the architects as well to talk about specifics of things they'll need.
Pernetti also talked about the layout of the building and the earliest possible time for the release of a miniature model of the renovated structure.
We expect to have the final design report of recommendations on what we could do and which way we can go by the end of the month. And then I think we'll spend a little time in September deciding how we want to approach it and plan to unveil something this fall.
One important factor that may have a huge impact on the speed of the entire process is funding. But Pernetti is pleased with how that aspect of the renovation plans is unfolding.
But we feel great about it. You know, we nailed our, thanks to a very generous donor, nailed our single biggest commitment so far on the project of more than $2 million. And we continue to be working very, very hard on the fundraising. But we feel good about where it's headed. You know, I intend to sit down with the board in October and talk to them about more specifics of where we are and hopefully get the project approved to move forward.
If everything goes as planned, Pernetti believes the building will be ready within the next 2 years.
The answer on the timetable is the last meeting we had with the architects earlier this week was the first time we physically looked at a timetable. And there's a lot of variables, including how the fundraising continues to progress, which we feel good about because it's been ticking up in the last 6 months. Best case scenario, if we can get the funding to the point where we think we can get it, would be to be able to start the project sometime between 2013 and 14 and ideally be in it for the 15 season.
World-renowned architects Michael Graves and Associates have been honored with the task to renovate the RAC and usher in the new and improved facility. For more information, visit www.scarletknights.com.
How exciting. Rutgers Athletics has certainly come a long way from where they've been in the past couple of years. And we know that our athletes are working as hard as possible to do the best they can.
You know, staying in shape and staying at the top of your game can't be as easy as they make it seem. On the latest installment of Inside Your Health, Dr. Brandon Alderman speaks with us about the importance of staying active and staying in shape. Let's check that out.
Hello and welcome to Inside Your Health. My name is Dr. Brandon Alderman and I conduct research related to exercise and mental health and youth physical activity. I'm standing here in front of Rutgers University College Avenue Gym and I'm excited to talk to you today about exercise, physical activity, and fitness. First, let's talk about exercise. When I talk to people, let's say like if I talk to my friends and family, everybody knows that exercise is good for them. We know that. I think if you ask just about anybody in our country, what are the benefits of exercise, they could probably rattle them off maybe as well as I can. But the problem is nobody's active. Exercise is good for you. Exercise improves hypertension, exercise improves anxiety and depression, and regardless of the exercise mode, so if you run on a treadmill, or if you enjoy riding a stationary bike, or if you enjoy lifting weights, all of those things are really good for these disorders. The core areas that should be worked when exercising to stay healthy really depend on a number of different factors. In general, I would just say focus on both aerobic exercise, resistance exercise, really mix it up, and then lastly, if you have a problem, if there's any sort of I come to a gym like this and I'm wondering, well, I'm unsure of what I should do today, I've been caught in the same rut or the same routine, then I would encourage those types of people to really seek out a personal trainer or an exercise specialist who can help you mix up your routine.
Thanks for staying with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Before Hollywood was Hollywood, the movie capital of the world was right here in New Jersey. The Cornelius Low-House Museum in Piscataway is now housing the exhibit for the very first silent films ever created. One of the first milestones in film history, the Great Train Robbery, is also on exhibit right here in this museum. The Cornelius Low-House Museum is open Tuesday through Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The price of admission is free and open to the public. For more information about the Cornelius Low-House Museum and the special events held there, call 732-745-4177.
Campus Information Services is comprised of many different departments that work together to keep the Rutgers community informed. The call center, also known as RU Info, is the main information and referral service of Rutgers University. The student colleagues here are a contact for students looking to attend Rutgers. They are also an info hub, answering any questions a student might have about the campus. RUTV is where the magic happens, producing shows like Wake Up Rutgers, Inside Rutgers, and Pass the Popcorn. RUTV creates promos and packages for organizations and events, covers live events, and also features At the Podium and Weather Watcher segments. RUTV works hard to produce creative content that helps to keep the campus informed and connected. Be sure to check out the Facebook and Twitter pages of RU Info, RUTV, and Weather Watcher for information on events happening around campus.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We are wrapping the show very closely to where we began. This is the Skybox located right by the main entrance of the School of Communication and Information.
Yeah, and I was actually checking it out not too long ago, and you can surf the internet, but on top of that, we also have a handy bus schedule through NextBus, directory, and if you want to check out your class schedule, you can do that as well.
A ton of resources.
Absolutely.
Right here at the Skybox, so make sure you guys go and check that out.
Absolutely. Well, we've had a wonderful time hosting this Technologies Without Borders themed episode of Inside Rutgers at the School of Communication and Information.
That's right. Be sure to stop by and check out their newest addition to the building. That's the QR code display that we saw earlier on in the show.
And if you enjoyed the show and have any questions or comments, please email us at rutv_InsideRutgers@email.rutgers.edu.
And remember, if you missed any parts of this episode or any past episode, you can always check us out online at rutv.rutgers.edu.
Thanks again for watching Inside Rutgers, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Next time on Inside Rutgers, join Mariama and Joe in celebrating the global reach of Rutgers University. They'll talk about multicultural student life and involvement across campus. Don't miss the Celebrating Diversity episode of Inside Rutgers.